This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067 FM and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school baseball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
We got Sholo and Blue Ridge playing for first place. It's coming up here. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Very good evening, and thank you for joining us here at Blue Ridge High School, where it's a big one. Not necessarily the stakes incapable of being higher, but they are giant. As right now, Sholo's trying to lock up the region. But if the Cougars are not able to do so, these two teams are going to face off again on Friday, and that would be a winner-take-all situation. So we're going to a lot to play for here as the Cougars are going to start off with Nick Hall, Easton Hatch, Cash Perkins, and then Dre Chavez cleaning up. Mason Bigos is hitting 5th. Carter Alexander in the 6th hole, and Bodie Kenny, Parker Erickson, and Peyton Watkins rounded out for the Cougars, as we're very delighted to bring you a Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. 2 clean bills of health here. And Caden Edgington back in action for Blue Ridge. He at one point at the beginning of the season missed 6 weeks with a shoulder thing, but he's back. Everybody's healthy. Edgington's on the mound, in fact. As the lefty is going to be dealing here to Brenton Newcomb, who make up the Blue Ridge battery. And the first pitch on the way to Hall is swung on and missed. He's going after a curveball to try to get things started up. 0-1 now to Nick Hall. As the 0-1 is another curveball. This time he's able to stay in front, but a big one hop is had by Moore. He's over to first in time. 2 pitches, 1 out, and a great start for Caden Edgington. Get us to the keys to the game. Ace Hardware has 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week. Call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. And you're seeing a biggest key right there from Edgington. Start off in the strike zone. As that time, as soon as I say it, he's a little bit above the belt for ball 1. But 2 pitches, 2 strikes in and out to Nick Hall. The other big thing is both of these teams have an awful lot of offense. As the 1-0 is swung on and fouled toward the Blue Ridge dugout. 1-1 now to Easton Hatch. Blue Ridge with 7 players that are hitting 300 or better. Sholo has 9, as this one is pulled foul, make it 1-2. Hitting 400 or better, but 2 of those have played relatively limited. So you go down to who's hitting 300 or better, dude. Again, gets all the way out It's an even 9. The 1-2 is inside. Turning away from that one is Hatch. Squared up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So when you got offenses that are able to put up those sorts of gaudy numbers, it becomes ever more important for the pitchers, as that's a called third strike. Another great breaking ball from Edgington, as this time he goes through the back door to the righty, his first strikeout, and he's quickly got 2 outs. No score here. Top of the first inning at Blue Ridge High School, as Cash Perkins will come up to try to start things with 2 outs. Another curveball from Edgington. That's a big breaker that swung on and missed. He's got that pitch dialed in. The 0-1 is popped up right at the plate. Edgington's in on it. He's there with his catcher, and it'll be Edgington. A 1-2-3 and an incredibly conservative inning for Edgington, as there's no runs, no hits, and nobody left on. And after half an inning, it's Sholo nothing, and Blue Ridge coming up. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Bottom of the first inning, Yellow Jackets were able to force Sholo to go 3 up, 3 down. Blue Ridge now is going to bring up Hudson Moore, Caden Edgington, and Brody Ellsworth. Brett Newcomb's hoping for a chance hitting cleanup. Justin Carpenter, then Cruz Ashcroft in the 6-hole. Hunter Baskins, Christian Skousen is the DH hitting 8th, and Trevin Bolton rounded out for the Yellow Jackets, as Skousen is DHing for Lauren Begay, who is in left field. Just heard Edgington's hitting for himself in the 2 spot. Easton Hatch, who was the strikeout victim, is going to be throwing it up here against Blue Ridge with his battery made as Dre Chavez. And then left to right in the infield for Sholo, Carter Alexander, Bodie Kenny, Parker Erickson, Nick Hall. The outfield likewise, Cash Perkins, Mason Bigos, and Peyton Watkins. As he had a perfect start to a big game here, especially from the Blue Ridge perspective. Sholo still got another chance. Not only does it have another chance, it can not lock up the region at home. As the first pitch now is on the outside corner to Moore for strike 1. So a lot of pressure here on the home team Yellow Jackets, as they got to make sure that they don't squander the chance to both defend their field and extend the season, as this one swung on foul straight back. Great cut there from Moore, who's second on the team with a .366 batting average. Nice job there getting a little bit of that timed up. And now Hatch way ahead 0-2 as he's kicking and dealing, and it goes off speed. Just getting a piece and spoiling what looked like a breaking ball there from Hatch's Moore. Keep it at 0-2. No score here, bottom of the first inning, as Moore is back and dug in. Hatch taking his time there, checking out his signs. This time comes inside, and able to get ahead that one. Spoil another one there, as that is a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. If that was your windshield, call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. There's another 0-2 pitch. This time is popped into center field. Bigos doesn't have to move. So 4 up and 4 down combined here in a game for the region championship of sorts, and it'll bring up Caden Edgington, who not only went 3 up, 3 down, but did so in an incredibly conservative manner. Edgington, as just mentioned, the junior, missed a bunch of time. This is just his 15th game. Is the first pitch to him. Bounces at the plate for ball one. First time that Hatch has been out of the strike zone. But he's one of these Yellow Jackets, as do many of them that have big numbers, hitting 349. As he's trying to get this started with one out, nobody on, no score, bottom of the first. The 0-1 at the letters. Ball one a little bit high.
All right.
Oh, correction, that's ball two. The 2-0. Just off the plate outside. Run it to 3 balls and no strikes. Neither side has had a base runner yet. And the 3-0 pitch comes inside. Edgington works a 4-pitch walk. So coming out to run for the pitcher, Grayson Kenslick. Here's Brody Ellsworth. Curveball starts him off with strike one. Brody Ellsworth has one of the most unexpected walk-up songs that you'd hear on a baseball field. As he's down to the count, 0-1. That really caught me off guard. Swings at that one, chops it to short, could be 2. To second for 1, over to first, in time for an inning-ending double play. Hatch walks Edgington on 4 pitches with 1 out, but then is able to induce the 6-4-3 pitcher's best friend. And after an inning, there's no score here at Blue Ridge. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
6 up and 6 down of sorts to complete the first inning. As here comes Dre Chavez, Mason Bigos, and Carter Alexander as this one swung on and lined into center field, taking a bad route and allowing that one to get over his head is Ashcroft as it's going to fall for a stand-up leadoff double. That one is so difficult to track as it was lined essentially right at him. He did have to range to his right to try to get underneath it, but it had the backspin and just kept on carrying. And those line drives right at the outfielders, definitely the toughest of them to try to track down. And Ashcroft had a little, Ashcraft had a little bit of a hard time initially finding that one, came back and then started to frantically go out. It'll be ruled a double almost certainly. But a runner in scoring position, and the first time that either pitcher has had to deal with somebody in that regard is the first pitch now is a nice recovery from Edgington as he's able to get on the inside corner at the bottom of the zone to Bigos. Runner on second after the leadoff double. 0-1 as he checks the runner there, not going. So he comes to the plate and misses above the belt for ball one. Big O's in there hitting .480. On the season, as this one is again at the bottom of the zone at the inside part of the plate for strike two. He's looking for his 26th RBI and try to put the Cougars ahead here in the top of the second. Leadoff double from Chavez is standing over there. And now a 1-2 pitch on the way. Comes way inside, squared up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Edgington in the first inning had a 2-pitch ground out, a relatively quick strikeout, and was able to get the inning ending with a pop out to the mound. As this one is off the end of the bat towards second. It's going to advance the runner, but Moore's got it over to first. Hard turnaround third there from Chavez, but nothing doing.
I lost it.
So now the Cougars in a situation where a ground ball could potentially give the lead. You're going to bring Bolton in even with the bag, maybe even a little bit right near the cut. Everybody else playing in double play depth. As the first pitch is swung on, chopped to third, coming home, and now going to first, having to throw it on the run, pulls his first baseman off the bag, and now unable to come down before the runner is beating him is Carpenter. Bolton looked like he had an opportunity if he wanted to come home. Instead really went with the incredibly difficult play. I'm not suggesting that he was going to be able to get the runner at home. That was going to be a difficult play as well, as Alexander gets the single to score a run. And it's 1-0 Sholo. That ball was placed perfectly. So 1-0. As now a pickoff over to first. Nothing doing there with Alexander, who had the infield hit to score a run. Got 2 balls that are going to be placed in a situation where the fielders were going to have an incredibly tough time. It's now picked off of first. Throw goes over to second, and there an easy tag applied by Ellsworth, who is covering the bag. Great job there by Edgington as he went over there twice, and the second time got him going correctly. That will be scored 1-3-6 on the pickoff. There's nobody on, and now 2 out. 1-0 though. Sholo leads after the line drive double to start this, and then the chopper that scored a runner from third after the productive out from Big Os, as that one's fouled off to the right side. So the Cougars going station to station, have a 1-0 lead. Don't want to discredit Chavez on that double. That thing was roped as the 0-1 is on the way. Swung on and missed up at the letters. But I think if you asked Ashcraft, he would tell you he'd like to have another shot at that one. But again, those lined right at you. They're tough ones to try to track. Wasn't sure what was going on there. He had a quick conversation. Must have been asking for balls. The 0-2. Fouled off, but with the fastball that time, 0-2. 1-0, Sholo leading. Had some great curveball action from Edgington in the first inning. Their 0-2 kind of went down the tube as another 0-2 from the lefty. This time misses high and outside. Traditionally, they say if you're ahead 0-2, you shouldn't let them have something that they're going to be able to potentially crank. This is Bodie Kenny, by the way, who's up here and hitting at the 1-2 pitch. Misses high, again hoping he would chase. Wouldn't do so, squares it up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thus far, 1 run off of 2 hits in the inning for the Cougars as the 2-2 pitch is lifted high, back of the mound. Ellsworth comes under the grass, and he's underneath to complete the inning, but the Cougars score 1 run off 2 hits. They don't leave anybody on. And after 1.5, Sholo leads 1-0. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Bottom of the second inning, Blue Ridge now trailing 1-0 after Chavez had the leadoff double, came around and scored on the infield hit. It's going to be Newcomb, Carpenter, and Ashcraft looking to try and get it back, as Hatch was able to pitch around a one-out walk, got Brody Ellsworth to ground into a double play to complete the first. One nothing, Sholo trying to lock up the region championship here, as the first pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Again, Hatch was able to navigate around that one-out walk. That one misses just a bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hatch 4-0 on the year, 147 ERA. As this one misses high and tight, 2 balls and a strike to the leadoff hitting Brenton Newcomb. Again inside, 3-1. So he's been in the zone very often. Just had that 4-pitch walk, but that was the aberration. As there's a 5-pitch walk to start the second after his team staked him to a 1-0 lead. Last time he was in this situation, though, as Newcomb, the catcher, is going to be run forward, trotting out to do so, is Nick Terrell. Justin Carpenter will come up and hit after the leadoff Yellow Jacket is able to walk his way aboard. Hatch on the year has not struggled with the walks. This is just his 7th and 8th. Ordinarily much more able to miss barrels and bats with 41 strikeouts. Is here Carpenter. Oh my goodness, as the first pitch is a called strike, and then venturing way off of first base and being picked off by a throw from Chavez is Terrell. Way off of first base, you see on the replay. So second time here in the second inning that somebody's been picked off. Edgington was able to do so in the top of the second, as the 0-1 misses low for ball one. And already dealing Hatch. Oh, comes upstairs near the dome. That might have got him in the ear. Carpenter doesn't seem even bothered. Looks like he got him in the shoulder. That would explain why he was not flustered. Even tough guys don't like taking him around the head. Here's Cruz Ashcraft. Is a pickoff move over to first base, make sure that Carpenter's not thinking anything. Ashcraft had that double line over his head, now trying to make up for it a little bit here with the 1 out and a curved ball on the outside corner for strike one. 1 out opportunity with a runner on. This inning started with Newcomb getting a walk, but the runner for the catcher got picked off on the very first pitch. And shortly thereafter, Carpenter was hit upstairs in the shoulders. He's got a big lead over there at first. Swung on and lifted foul to the left side, giving chase. Perkins runs out of room. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. If that was your windshield, call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Everybody resets. 0-2 now to Cruz Ashcraft. Misses outside in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. Ashcraft's hitting .306. One of those 7 Yellow Jackets who's got the average up over 300. As the 1-2 is on the way. That's also downstairs and outside. Now a snap throw over to first from Chavez, but this time Carpenter is able to dive back safely. That's how the Cougars got their first out here. Bottom of the second, 1-0 they trail. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cruz Ashcraft. The pitch. Curve ball just a little bit high. Run the count full. The pitch. Fought it off and dribbles it down the first base line. Tagging him out there, Nick Hall. That's a great pitch there from Hatch after it looked like he might have been squeezed a little bit. Advancing over to second is Carpenter. And here's Hunter Baskins. Baskins 256 on the year. The Blue Ridge right fielder's got a runner in scoring position, but up there with 2 outs. 1-0, Sholo leading here, bottom of the second, as the first pitch is a curveball that again misses just a little bit high. 1-0. Over there at second, Carpenter after he was hit by a pitch. A little bit of gamesmanship with Kenny trying to keep him close as the 1-0's another curveball. Hits this one toward the 5-6 hole. It's going to make it into left field. Carpenter's being waved around. The throw is going to come in just a little bit short. Now trying to take second as that one gets away from Erickson. And it'll be an RBI single and an advance on the throw. So after Sholo was able to take a lead, Blue Ridge has the answer on a perfectly placed ground ball from Baskins, who's got his RBI, and now Christian Skousen, the DH, will come up and hit again with runner in scoring position. The Yellow Jackets able to get it knotted here with 2 outs. So first pitch misses outside. Skousen's hitting 182, but he's got the frame that says don't miss over the plate. Has 2 extra base hits, 2 doubles. As the 1-0 down the tube for strike 1. 1-1. A hit batsman. And then a ground ball into left field. Makes this evened up as now they're going the opposite field, and this one's going to catch the gap. Baskins is already rounding third. He's going to score. Skousen is trying to leg out a double. The throw's cut off, and he's got one to make it a 2-1 ball game. Blue Ridge is in front. That ball was roped opposite field. It's now 2-1. Blue Ridge able to score as there's a curveball to start off Bolton, the number 9 hitter. Both of these runs coming across with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Hatch now trying to slam the door as he goes a curveball again. This time misses a little bit low. Bolton, a freshman, making his 35th appearance. As this one off the end of the bat. Make it now a ball and 2 strikes. He's hitting .324 as a 9th grader. He's got a runner in scoring position. Last 2 batters have been able to push these runs across. And he's trying to do so now on a 1-2 pitch that is off the plate outside. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2-1. Blue Ridge has the response after Sholo scores in the top of the second. Yellow Jackets have 2 2-out runs to give themselves a 1-run lead as a 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Hatch is able to get out of it, but the damage is done. As the Yellow Jackets score 2 runs on 2 hits, they leave a runner, and after 2, now lead 2-1. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Parker Erickson's up and swinging at the first pitch. He chops it over to third. Bolton has it across in plenty of time to get the first out. So 1 pitch and 1 out as Edgington's now pitching with a 2-1 lead. It's 8-9-1, I beg your pardon, due up here for Sholo, which is trying to answer as Peyton Watkins will now look to try to set the table for the top of the order. So he swings at the first pitch and bangs it into left field. He's got a base hit. Over to cut it off is Begay, and happy to get the 1-out single, and stopping at first is Watkins. Again, this is a Sholo lineup that's got gaudy numbers up and down. Can't catch your breath here, the opposing pitching staff, says Nick Hall will now come up and hit with a runner on first and 1 out. He grounded out to second. Is there a pickoff over to first, but diving back safely is Watkins. Another pickoff attempt over at first, but Watkins able to get back. Peyton Watkins has not stolen a base as the first pitch now to Hall is a called strike.
Be sure on the first one.
Swings at that one, rolls it over to second. Gloved in Moore is going to go to get the lead runner. Got that one there. Take a look at this replay. This thing ranged well to his left. He took a look over at first and then at the last minute went back over to second. Watkins peeled off the line. That had a little bit of a recipe for disaster as Watkins is out 4-6. And now another pickoff as Hall does have a lot of success trying to swipe bags. He's aboard on a fielder's choice. There's 2 outs. 2-1, Blue Ridge leading. Now this pitch is off the end of the bat and going to take a bad hop over Bolton's glove and get into left field. That thing found something, some sort of divot, rock, bump. Couldn't say, but it looked like he had a beat on it and it just rocketed right over his glove. So runners at first and second. As Hatch is able to hit his way aboard there. We'll give him the hit because that was becoming impossible. Perkins now, who popped out to end the first, watches that pitch miss outside for ball 1. Got Hall, who was able to get aboard on a fielder's choice. That followed Watkins' 1-out single, and then Hatch puts it at first and second after that ground ball got into left field. Swinging it to 1-0 and missing is Perkins. Make it a ball and a strike. Perkins hitting .467. He has a homer, 28 RBIs. Is right now a 2-out single would tie it up at 2. As well as big cut there comes up empty. 1-2. 2-1, Blue Ridge leading. Runners at first and second though for Sholo And a 1-2 count to Cash Perkins. Edgington deals. Inside, make it 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2-1. Deuces are wild. Cougars struck first. Now trying to strike back. As a 2-2 pitch is on the way to Perkins. Huge hole over there on the right side, and they come inside just off the plate, run the count full. Chavez, who had the leadoff double in the second, awaits, hoping for a chance potentially with the bases full, as Perkins has worked the count full, and Edgington deals the payoff pitch. Turns over to second instead, just to make sure that there is not much of a running start, as the runners are going to get a head start with the 3-2 offering with 2 outs. The pitch is way outside, lost him after he was ahead 1-2. So that'll walk the bases full. Right now, this Cougar top half of the third has been aided by a frustrating groundskeeping moment. As the first pitch now is swung off the end of the bat and fouled back of the plate. Strike 1 to Chavez. His at-bat resulted in the first run of the ball game after he lined a double to Ashcraft. The 0-1. Curveball hit a ton to the left side, but foul. Make it 0-2. Edgington was way ahead of Perkins, who's over there at first after his 2-out walk. Hatches at second. He was aided by a ground ball that somehow found a way to get over Bolton's glove. Now the 0-2 is outside. Over at third, Watkins. Correction, Hall, who got aboard on the fielder's choice. I'll tell you what, give a shout out to Hudson Moore after he went to second to get the lead runners. The 1-2 is off the handle and again fouled back. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball there. Watkins had started the inning with a base hit to left, and Hall had hit a ground ball that looked like it was going to find its way potentially into right field, but ranging over Moore got it as that pitch misses high to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I kind of gasped when he went over to second to get the lead runner, but in hindsight, that right now is preserving the 1-run lead. Bases are full. Here comes the 2-2. Check swing, got it. Leave the bases full, Edgington, as it will remain 2-1 as the Cougars got a couple of base hits but leave the bases full, and it is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
2-1. Bottom of the third inning. By the way, as we start the bottom of the third, when it's time to start your college education, this one's off the end of the bat and kind of a no man's land. Hustling over to cover first is Hatches. They're able to get the shovel from Hall and get the first out. That was a good play. Score at 3-1 there. Hall with the coverage. As you should, by the way, finish your education at Northland Pioneer College, which is after it's a bachelor's degree in education and business. One away here, 2-1. Blue Ridge leading in the bottom of the third. Edgington was able to leave the bases full as he watches one miss off the plate outside. 1-0 to Edgington. Blue Ridge right now leads 2-1 after scoring 2 runs with 2 outs, and a conversation coming out. Chavez is going to have a quick chat with Hatch. Oh, coach is coming out to talk to him too. He seems like he's favoring his neck behind his right ear. This is Summit Healthcare Medical Center injury report, where right now trying to seemingly open up something there up around the base of the head and into the neck. Might be a little pinched nerve situation. That is my very unprofessional diagnosis. But Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game, and unlike me, they will actually tell you what's wrong. 1-0 pitch after all that is missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Edgington. Already dealing as this one swung on and lifted down the left field line. Slicing foul. I could see neither base runner nor umpire when that ball landed. So make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Edgington walked in the first inning, but then was cut down in the 6-4-3 double play that ended the first. 2-1 right now. The Yellow Jackets have the lead as Hatch is already dealing. That one's just off the plate outside. 3 balls and a strike. Already dealing with Hatch. This one swung on. He gets underneath it. Watkins, nope, it's going to be Erickson who's back in right field to catch that one out of the second base position. Tries to throw it around the horn, but right into the sun. Kenny said, I don't want that smoke. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down. Say quickly because that also involves the quick effort to try to open up the neck after Easton Hatch still looks like he's favoring it. He just was reaching back toward the right ear. And now up with nobody on and 2 out, Brody Ellsworth. Hatch already kicking and dealing. Curveball a little bit low. 1-0. Nice response here after a Hatch allowed 2 runs with 2 outs in the second inning. That one is a fastball that misses downstairs. 2-0. 2-1. Blue Ridge leading here in the third. That one would have been ball 3. Ellsworth liked it. It was just running up toward the letters. Makes it now 2 balls and 1 strike after he got a piece. Already dealing the 2-1. That's way inside. 3 balls and a strike. It mentioned how Hatch has generally been in the strike zone this year, but as you watched him try to get the right side of his neck massaged a little bit, I wonder if that might be causing him to miss a little bit in the strike zone, as that one is going to be called ball 4. So he had relatively few walks coming into this ball game. That is the 3rd walk that he has administered, plus he hit a player with a pitch. That was Carpenter, who wound up being the first Blue Ridge run. He's now waiting on deck as Brenton Newcomb started the 3rd inning as one of those 3 walks. But before he's able to settle in, Hatch is already thrown over to first. Diving back safely is Ellsworth as he is over there with 2 away. And now he's taking a walk. Looks like he needs to remove the better part of first base from his pants. He's now back. Swung on and pulled down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Round in second. Ellsworth is getting the wave around as that one went all the way down to the wall, and he's going to score safely as there's another 2-out run scored by Blue Ridge to make it 3-1. Newcomb there with the 2-out RBI double. Here's Carpenter. He was hit by a pitch. Runners at second in scoring position as the first pitch is off speed and called strike. 3-1, Blue Ridge leads. All 3 of the Yellow Jackets' runs have been scored with 2 outs. This rally started with a 2-out 5-pitch walk as the 0-1 just a bit inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to keep an eye out to see if there's any activity where the Cougars might try to warm up as the 1-1 pitch is a curveball off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-1, Blue Ridge leading. The 2-1 swung on and fouled back to the screen, making 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just again emphasize how unusual this is.
I'm on auto.
Hatch coming into this, just 6 walks as this one's chopped to the left side but foul. 6 walks, and he has half that many in this ball game now, as that's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball.
4,000.
6 walks, 3 today, and a hit batsman, and that was Carpenter, who's up there battling 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-run lead. And the runner's over at second as Hatch gives him a quick look. That one off the plate and a little bit low, make it now full. Ashcraft waiting on deck as the payoff pitch is lifted foul to the left side. That's going to make it to the neighborhood. That's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. If that was your sliding glass door, I'm sure they could help. Payoff pitch once again. Hits him. So that's now 3 walks and 2 hit batsmen. Second time Carpenter's been hit. That time he looked a little bit more perturbed. It'll bring up Ashcraft, who fought off a pitch and dribbled it down the first baseline. All 3 Blue Ridge runs have been scored with 2 outs, and he's up there with a runner in scoring position. First pitch misses off the plate and outside. It would try to start him with a breaking ball. 1-0. Extended the inning. Brody Ellsworth had a 5-pitch walk after the first 2 outs were recorded with ease. The 1-0. Misses in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. But Ellsworth had the walk, and then Newcomb doubled down the left field line. He's over there at second, having given the Yellow Jackets this 3-1 lead. Then Carpenter was hit by a pitch. As this one popped back of the Sholo dugout and out of play, a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Making 2 balls and 1 strike. Ashcraft brings a .306 average into the day as he's trying to extend the lead with another insurance run and again with 2 outs. As Hatch set at the belt, deals. Off speed and high. Run it out to 3-1. Runners get their lead as the 3-1 pitch from Hatch swung on and lifted foul to the left. That's still a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. This one falling more in the vicinity of the bullpen / hitting area. Runs the count full. There's been a lot of that. The payoff pitch here in the bottom of the 3rd. Fouled back. I think that might be the last of our umpires' balls here, as it's another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. This one better stay in play. Runners are going to get a head start again on another payoff pitch, as this one is just off the plate inside. Now the Sholo fans are starting to voice some displeasure. Got a conversation coming out as it looks as if there is some players being shuffled around, or maybe the outfielders are also going to have their own conversation. 3-1, bases are full. Yellow Jackets have been able to get 4 consecutive plate appearances resulting in base runners. Only 1 hit though. That was the double from Newcomb. He's going to be over at third, as Hatch will remain out there. But you have a 2-out walk, the double that scored a run, hit by pitch walk to load him up. 4 straight successful at bats, just 1 hit, and 3-1. Blue Ridge has scored all 3 runs with 2 outs. quick conversation for Hatch as he's going to do battle with Hunter Baskins. He had an RBI single in the second. He's already being dealt to as that one's on the outside corner for strike one. Baskins signaling to the dugout. Is the 0-1, same spot, nothing in two. I think that Baskins is going to have to go to work here regardless of how he feels. As this one checks his swing. Does he do so successfully? They're going to appeal. Yes, he did. He continues to hold the bat in a checked swing position as if to say, see? 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got the bases full. There's 2 outs. Hatch deals. Curveball got him swinging. Now Blue Ridge will leave him full. 3-1, though. The Yellow Jackets lead after they score 1 run on 1 hit. And after 3, it's a 2-run ball game. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of
Friday, where it would be a winner-take-all, as this one's off the end of the bat and fouled away to the right side. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the leadoff hitting Mason Bigos. Pitch is chopped foul, spoils a good one there from Edgington. Edgington with a 1.12 ERA. This is his 6th appearance. Again, he missed a few weeks, maybe 6 at the start of the year, but brings a 3-0 record in. He's been dealing right now with the 2-2 offering on the way. Chopped over the mound. He's able to glove that one, turn over the right shoulder, and throw it to first in time to get the first. So nobody on, 1 away. Carter Alexander. Both sides have had very little success to start the inning. The only times that the leadoff runners got aboard were in the second. That was Chavez's double. He eventually came around and scored. Newcomb walked to start the second for the Yellow Jackets, but was promptly picked off at first. Otherwise, the pitchers have been in the strike zone as they're eating up Alexander with a at-bat initiating curveball. Looked like he got fooled a little bit there to make it an 0-1. Alexander had an RBI single in the second. That's the 0-1. Back door, nothing there. Ball and a strike. One's already on the way from Edgington. This one swung on and lifted down the left field line. Long run there for Begay, but he's not going to get there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now with nobody on. 1 out, 3-1. Blue Ridge leading top of the 4th. Sholo's at the bat. And Edgington already with his sign and dealing. just getting a piece of that one. Alexander spoiled another curveball. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul balls have been aplenty. Right now, it seems as if there are almost as many players in pursuit as there are actually on the field. There's another 1-2 pitch. Is swung on and missed. A fastball up around the letters. That's just the third strikeout here for Edgington. The lefty's got nobody on, 2 out, and Bodie Kenny popped out to short in his only other plate appearance. 3-1, his team is trailing here in the 4th. Trying to get things started here with 2 outs has been the MO here for the Blue Ridge offense. As Kenny swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. If that was your windshield or window of any sort, you call them. 0-1 Edgington dealing. Curveball called strike 2. Great pitch going through the back door again to the righty. And now way ahead, 0-2. Biggest difference between these two pitchers has been the walks. As that swung on and missed, another curveball in a 1-2-3 inning after the 4th K for Edgington. Through 3.5, the Yellow Jackets have a 3-1 lead. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
First pitch misses low to Skousen here to start the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0, swung on, sent this one towards short, gloved by Kenny, but he is not able to handle it, though he's got time as he hurries up and throws this one wide of the bag, trying to stay on and scoop was Hall. That should be E6, but the leadoff runner is aboard here for the Yellow Jackets. And I'm not sure what's up. We got a runner coming over here for Skousen. So taking a look here, Kenny had that one run up his arm. That might have been a similar situation as had happened to Bolton. The Blue Ridge third baseman watched the ball come right toward the cut of the grass and then take a really weird hop. It looked as if Kenny had a beat on that one, but it seems as if the ball's trajectory might have changed a little bit. There's now big swing and a miss there for Bolton, who we were just talking about, playing third base over there for the Yellow Jackets. And back over there and running is Nick Terrell, who had been picked off in his first opportunity. This time a little bit more conservative run as Bolton wants to bunt this one. Has this one nearly handled, but now it's going to drop, and now going to second to get the out as Terrell was trying to get in standing. So they're able to get one after the bunt was popped up. But here comes the top of the order. 1 out, 1 on, 2-run lead as that pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 1 to Hudson Moore. Also got to give him a shout out on the defensive side. Go back to that second inning. Correction, it was the third inning. Got the leadoff hit as that one is again a called strike on the outside corner. Watkins actually had a one-out base hit, and then a ground ball had more ranging to his left. He gloved it in the hole and then went the long way to get the lead runner. And that at the time preserved a one-run lead. Now he's up there leading 2, down 0-2, and waving at a curveball that was never in the zone. Strike 3, great 2-strike pitch there from Hatch. As that's his 4th K. And there's 2 away, still a runner over there at first. Had mentioned that earlier in the ball game. The rule of thumb is 0-2, you don't give up anything hard. As this one is banged up the middle for a base hit, swinging at the first pitch. Edgington is aboard. Now runners at first and second, and it seems as if the Yellow Jackets innings don't start until there's 2 away. First hit of the ball game for Edgington, and it's going to bring up Ellsworth, who finished the first inning with a double play. Runner for the pitcher goes over to first, I think. Yes. Can't see who it is, though. Apologies. As now Hatch trying to get out of a 2-out jam again as he starts Ellsworth off with a curveball that's called strike 1. 0-1 to Brody Ellsworth, who otherwise walked with 2 outs to start the most recent 2-out rally, and eventually came around and scored as that pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. So last time, Hudson Moore was up there 0-2, and you saw Hatch induce him to chase a curveball running way out of the zone. Let's see what he's got now, 0-2 to Ellsworth. Goes again with a curveball, trying to frame that one up with Chavez, but nobody's buying. Make it a ball and 2 strikes. 3-1, Blue Ridge leading, but another runner in scoring position. Ellsworth back and digging. That's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Hatch is able to strand 2 runners. Blue Ridge leaves 2 despite getting a base hit, but will still lead 3-1 after 4. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Going to start the 5th inning. When you want to start your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. Your hometown school, lowest tuition in the state, has a bachelor's degree program in education and business. As Erickson, Watkins in the top of the order, and Hall due up here in the 5th. First pitch was swung on a miss from Erickson. That one comes inside from the lefty. A ball and a strike. Grounded out to start the 3rd. Second time here in the ball game that Erickson gets to lead off. So that one's a called strike, curveball in the outside corner. The backdoor curveball has been yielding great results for Edgington. Check swing in the dirt, did not hold it back as this one run out and thrown over from Newcomb. And that goes down as the 5th strikeout to start things. The last 3 outs that have been recorded have been strikeouts. And indeed, Edgington has now gone 5 up and 5 down since the bases were full in the 3rd, and 4 of those 5 outs have been strikeouts. Watkins trying to start things up. He had a base hit in the 3rd. Swings at the first pitch and bangs that one fair down the left field line. Aggressively rounding first, and is going to stop there with a stand-up 1-out double. The tying run will come to the plate in the form of Nick Hall. Three to 1, Blue Ridge leading, but this powerful Cougar offense He's not going to go down quietly, as there you see the 9-hole hitting Watkins with his second base hit. Last time he was able to hit his way aboard, though, Sholo left the bases full in the third. Trailing 3-1, here's Hall. He's 0 for 2 as he swings at the first pitch, sends it off the bat, trying to get to the 5-6 hole, and will do so. Had to wait there. Watkins was trying to make sure that it got through, but now as the hesitation is going to allow Hall to go diving safely into second. Held up there with Begay, not sure if he should fire it to third, but really the thing he needed to do is just get it into the infield. As you take a look at the replay, he comes in and, well, take my word for it, he came in and kind of hung on to it. So consecutive base hits, and now a conversation coming out of the Blue Ridge dugout. After the miscue from left field, Hall is able to get into scoring position. And Sholo, which has been generally frustrated, especially since it had the bases full in the third, is right now a base hit away from tying it. Now look at that. The Phoenix Suns are not getting their doors blown off yet. Just looking at the score. Mel West just needs to take a beat.
Stop using his internet.
But no video is being streamed. See, it's conservative. 3-1 lead here. Blue Ridge hanging on. Suns trying to even up that series. Good times had by all. Lights right now primarily being used to illuminate everything here at Blue Ridge High School. Still got an awful lot of blue, but no sunshine making an influence. Is here hitting with runners at second and third, swinging at the first pitch. And that one, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass fouled somewhere. Oh, I think it went off of Hatch's foot. Ball wound up making it all the way out to the pitcher's mound. Might as well give a shout out to Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, because if any of us fouled off a ball like Easton Hatch just did, we would fall to the ground in a heap. But he's right now walking it off. He's got that guard there right around the ankle on his front foot on the left side, so that might have absorbed an awful lot of the contact as he's back in there ready for an 0-1. Edgington deals a curveball that misses off the plate outside, even it up at 1-1. He got his fourth strikeout in 5 at-bats to start this inning as he deals the 1-1. Again chopped foul and again got a piece of Hatch. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball makes it a ball and 2 strikes. But then a 1-out double from Watkins and a 5-6 ground ball into the outfield from Hall puts runners at second and third, and a 1-2 pitch is on the way. And that one is chopped over Bolton's head and into left field. 1 run scores. Hall is being waved around. Aggressive turnaround first from Hatch, who's been able to tie it up. And it's 3-3 here in the 5th inning. 3 consecutive base hits, and the Cougars have it squared up. Here's Cash Perkins. He's 0 for 1. He walked to load the bases in the third, but Edgington was able to. Oh, now he's got a run picked off. His second time he's done this is now trying to start the run down. Get run back to first. The throw's a little bit low and not able to handle that one. I think that was Moore who is trying to chase that one down, as Hatch, who's got the neck situation that was getting worked on, has to go diving back into first. And it looks like he's okay. We've already had 2 runners picked off. That was nearly number 3, but he's back there. And now the first pitch is coming for Perkins. Way outside. No activity in the Blue Ridge bullpen as it's tied up at 3. Edgington doesn't seem as if he has much of a pitch count situation as he's dealing the 1-0 outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Been talking about all these big batting averages here for the Cougars. It seemed like it was a matter of time. This is the second time here as there's another throw over to first. Watkins was able to get it going. Couldn't take advantage of his 1-out base hit in the third, but he scores as that one makes it to the backstop. Hatch is going to give it a go, and he's up standing at second. Go-ahead runs in scoring position. Still just one out and a 3-0 count to Perkins. Thus far, Edgington's been going away from him, as that time he's on the outside corner for strike one. Taking all the way there, Perkins. That's ball 4. Put runners at first and second. First and second, one out. 2 runs are already across to tie it at 3 here in the top of the 5th. Throw over to second this time. Nothing doing as Chavez, who had the line drive double in center field, scored the game's first run in the second, and struck out to end the 3rd with the bases full as that pitch misses high. 1 ball, no strikes, as it looked like Edgington was cruising here after striking out Erickson to start the 5th. But the next 4 Cougars have got on, and that 1-0 misses outside. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Runners at first and second here. As a 2-0 misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. That one swung on and hit high and deep into left. Begay is back and under it. Tagging up and trying to get to third, and doing so safely is Hatch. Remaining at first is Perkins. That ball had a charge put into it, but Chavez flies out deep to left field. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Bigos comes up for the Cougars, who have tied it at 3. Got the go-ahead run now 90 feet away, but just 1 out to play with. As they're leading off of first, conservatively Perkins as they throw over. Keeping a sharp eye on things at third is Hatch. His base hit scored 2 runs. Right now over at third, representing the go-ahead here in the top of the 5th. Again throwing over to first. Edgington's twice been able to get somebody drifting off of the bag, and that includes Easton Hatch, who's over there at third. He was able to deftly avoid being tagged out after starting the run down, as the first pitch now is backdoor curveball again, missing outside. That has been going very well for Caden Edgington prior to this inning, but has not been able to catch the outside corner to these righties, as he's now down 1-0. That one's way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Ordinarily one of those cardinal rules is you don't make the third out at third base, but already with 1 wild pitch that sent Hatch to second, can appreciate why he was thinking getting those 90 feet was a big deal, as there's another throw over to first. Back safely again is Perkins. Runner still at first and third, as now Bigos is waiting for a 2-0. Chops this one to third. This time gloved by Bolton. He's got that one across now, having a hard time finding the bag, but Carpenter eventually does so. And the side is retired, but the damage done. 2 runs scored on 3 hits, 2 runners left on, and after 4.5, it's now tied at 3. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk 106.7.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
All tied up at 3. As here come the Yellow Jackets. Newcomb, Carpenter, Ashcraft. 4, 5, and 6 due up. As the first pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. Looked like a breaking ball from Easton Hatch, who had the 2-run single to tie it at 3. Up there with new life as the 0-1 misses inside. Newcomb had an RBI double in the 3rd. Otherwise walked and was picked off with a runner for him as that pitch way outside. Love the effort from Chavez. 2 balls and a strike. Swings at that one up around the letters. As the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass goes into the Blue Ridge dugout. And there is some activity there. And they got a late word. Whoever is warming up the pitcher, which might be Moore, was made frightened. The 2-2 is swung on and hit towards center field, but this will hold up long enough to get Bigos underneath it. That one looked like it had the top spin, and Bigos had to run underneath that one. Very difficult lighting here at Blue Ridge High School in the outfield, as it's very well lit, going back to right around where the outfielders ordinarily play, but the power alleys got a little bit of darkness to him. And you wonder if that was going to influence how Bigos was going to be able to play that one. As there's nobody on, 1 out, and Carpenter, who's been twice hit by a pitch. That one came inside. That one comes inside. First time it hit him up in the shoulder, and he took it like a champ. Second time he was kind of like, come on, man. The 2-0. Goes outside, ball 3. 3-0, called strike, taken all the way. Carpenter scored a run after he was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. That one's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Run the count full after he was down 3-0. Carpenter's hitting .319 as that one's ball 4, the 3rd time he's able to get his way aboard. So runner on first, 1 out, and here's Ashcraft. He's 0 for 1, but walked in the 3rd. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. He chased a breaking ball in the dirt. 0-1 now to Ashcraft, who was part of that 2-out rally that wound up with the Yellow Jackets getting their 3rd run across as he again chases a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate near the dirt. 0-2, and if I'm Hatch, I'm going right there again. He talks about working the ladder up, but the same principle can be applied down. As that time he chases that one, bangs it into left field for a base hit. Left that one just a little bit too up. Ashcraft makes him pay for potentially missing a spot. There's runners at first and second, 1 out, tied up at 3. Here's Baskins. He has an RBI single in the 2nd, struck out to end the 3rd. And he's up there with a runner in scoring position after Carpenter walked and is standing at 2nd. First pitch to him, same as had happened with Ashcraft. But this time he's not chasing. 1-0 to Baskins. Curveball's inside. He was coming back toward the plate, but just started too far in. 2 balls and no strikes. Hatch had fallen behind Carpenter 3-0, but worked to make that one full as this one is popped out foul to the right side. Might have got the light pole. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, if that was your windshield and not the lights, could replace that. Was ahead of Ashcraft 0-2. As the 2-1 misses low. So now much like Carpenter over at second. Hatch trying to battle back. He lost him ultimately. Team just tied it up at 3. He had the big hit to do so, but now he's one pitch away from loading the bases with 1 out as the 3-1 is swung on and lifted to center. Bigos has to range to his left. Carpenter's tagging up. He's going to give it a bluff. It's a great throw from Bigos. Would have made it a very interesting play. Alexander over at third wound up having to try to play a short hop, and I think that he probably would have had a little bit of a different approach if Carpenter was actually coming in. So there's 2 away, still runners at first and second. Skousen will come up and hit. He had the game's first big hit, as his double scored the first 2 Blue Ridge runs, made it 2-1. Hitting under 200 to start the day. He's got runners at first and second. As that one, a curveball tries to get the outside corner but misses wide. 1-0 to Skousen. Otherwise, he got aboard on an error. Curveball's inside. He spins away. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Swings at that one and takes it off the deck. Fouls it off of our roof here in the press box. 2 balls and no strikes. Beg your pardon, 2-1. Doy. Got the go-ahead run at second. 2 outs, though, in the bottom of the 5th. And the 2-1 to Skousen. Hatch deals. Outside corner, strike 2. Once again, Deuce is wild. Hatch, who tied it with a base hit in the top half of the 5th, trying to preserve a 3-3 ball game. As Skousen back and dug in a 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 2 more runners stranded, and it's still tied at 3 after 5. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
Tied up at 3, 6th inning. We're starting it. When you want to start your college education, do so at Northland Pioneer College. It's your hometown college, lowest tuition in the state, and now offers bachelor's degree programs in education and business. Edgington back out to start the 6th as the first pitch is sent again toward the 5-6 hole, and it's going to make it into left field. That was Alexander with the leadoff base hit. We had a fan ask, who's got the highest batting average in the region? Ches Massey over at Alchese. He's got a .554 batting average. Aaron Leonard is hit .500 for Winslow. Jeremiah Kosin at Alchese .481, and then Mason Bigos is hitting .480. Andres Chavez also listed, that's Dre Chavez, .476. Cash Perkins .467. An awful lot of Cougars up there. This is in the 3A East. Is the 1-0 now turning and showing bunt, but taking on the outside corner is Kenny. Taking a look over at first, but now dealing a 1-1, trying to bunt. Has that one a little bit too close. Can't bunt what you can't see, as Kenny is now down to the count of ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2, tries to check his swing. Oh no, he fouled it away. It's getting dark. The other question was 3A conference. That seems like it's 2A. Hold on here, let me try to refresh. 1-2 pitch misses a little bit low. Two balls and 2 strikes after a base hit to left field started the top of the 6th for the Cougars. Edgington got the start. He's gone into the 6th inning now as that one misses low and inside. Run the count full. Connor Hart from Tonopah Valley is hitting .600, and that's leading the 3A conference. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Newcomb is able to hang on to it after the foul tip was able to make its way into his glove. That's now the 6th strikeout. Big out there for Edgington after he had to face 7 batters in the 5th, the 2-run 5th for Sholo. It's going to bring up Erickson as he also wants to bunt. This time pushes this one to the right of the mound. Going to go to second where they got the lead runner there. Try to double it up, but no chance. No hesitation there from Edgington. Last time Blue Ridge gambled on getting the lead runner, it preserved the lead. We'll see now as Peyton Watkins has been an incredibly tough out. Is going to come up. He's able to score. Beg your pardon, he got the scoring started with a double with 1 out. As he swings at the first pitch, comes off the mound and is going to get into center field. Trying to play that on a backhand was Moore. And now having a hard time finding the ball. Still hasn't brought it in. It's eventually going to be thrown wide of the plate. And now the ball is thrown around and again into the outfield, but not going to allow for Watkins to try and advance. We got to see a replay there because that one went off of the mound and then looked like Moore was going to be able to still get it on the backhand, but it came up a little bit too short. But the bigger question is what prevented it from getting back into the infield, as it looked as if Ashcraft was initially trying to barehand it. Sholo with another 1-run lead. This is the first time it's led since 1-0. There's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs as it looked as if Edgington was out of that one. Now swinging at the first pitch, popping this into center field, and it's going to fall in front of Ashcraft. Running on the pitch, and now strong throw home. It's not going to be enough to get him at the plate. Now taking second after the cutoff was missed is Hall. Two runs come across here with 2 outs. Now 5 2-out runs total have been scored between these two teams. I went ahead and gave Watkins an RBI single as that first pitch now to Hatch is a called strike. There's been an awful lot of stuff that's been going on as that 0-1 is swung on and missed. Edgington trying to battle back. It's hard to fault him for giving up the base hit to Watkins because he got the ground ball. It was, again, just perfectly placed on something in the infield. This time the pitcher's mound as the 0-2 pitch is swung on and lined into left field. Base hit coming around to try to score is Hall, as he's going to do so to make it 6-3 Cougars. Hatch there with another RBI base hit as he winds up at first. And now 6 runs combined with 2 outs. These now 3 for the Cougars to make it a 6-3 lead. Cash Perkins up and hitting, as there was some activity during the last trip to the plate for the Yellow Jackets in the bullpen, but nothing going right now. Curveball called, strike 1 to Perkins. He's twice walked and popped out to the pitcher. Here in the top of the 6th inning is now another throw over to first. Sholo scored the last 5 runs. Has taken a 6-3 lead. And Hatch Over at first, this time a snap throw from the catcher. Nice job preventing that from getting into the outfield from Carpenter. Ball and a strike to Perkins. Swung on and lifted to left. Begay drifting to his right and is underneath it to complete the 6th inning, but not before Sholo scores 3 runs with 2 outs and has taken a 6-3 lead after 5.5. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Blue Ridge now trailing 6-3. Bolton's going to try to start it off. Here's 9-1-2 due up as they again start him off with a curveball. He's got a steady diet of those thus far. He's 0 for 2. Got aboard with the fielder's choice after he attempted to bunt in the 4th. 1-0 is on the outside corner. Another curveball for strike 1. Activity in the Blue Ridge bullpen is getting loose right now is Justin Carpenter. The 1-1, fastball called strike 2. 6-3, Sholo leading. Cougars have scored the last 5. The 1-2. Curveball got him looking. 7th strikeout for Hatch as he has labored through the middle innings. But after leaving runners at 1st and 2nd in the 5th, really hasn't had much trouble, though. Twice in the 4th and 5th, he did have to strand runners in scoring position, but he's going to end his ball game as there's a new pitcher coming in to face the top of the order here in the bottom of the 6th. The Cougars trying to hold on to a 3-run lead. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
All right, a little bit of movement here for the Cougars as Nick Hall, the lefty who started at first base, is going to come on in relief. Hatch has moved over to shortstop. New first baseman is Jackson Pierce. Doesn't look like Kenny is out there. Top of the order now due up for the Yellow Jackets as Hudson Moore takes a pitch outside. Ball 1. They're trailing 6-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. As that's way outside. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. 5 1/3 for Easton Hatch. As now Hall is down 3 balls and no strikes. Hall's got a 1.02 ERA. Making his 11th appearance is a 3-0. Is a called strike on the outside corner. (3-1). Bounces at the plate. Now they got a runner aboard here for the Yellow Jackets, who trail 3. Hall has had a lot of appearances, most of them in relief, 13 2/3 of an inning. Gives up about 1.5 walks and hits per inning, but has struck out 24 in those 13 innings. So the lefty's able to miss bats as the first pitch now is going to kick away from Chavez, taking an aggressive turn around second, but that's only 1 run, and wisely holding up there is Moore. So 5 pitches, 4 balls. Edgington, beg your pardon, had a base hit in his most recent at bat. Otherwise, he's walked and popped out to second. The 1-0 misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Hatch talked about how on the season it doesn't have a lot of walks, but he walked a few today. Carpenter is back there getting ready. Well, it looks like he is ready. Looks like he might be coming in as this one misses outside to the lefty. 3 balls and no strikes. That's now 7 pitches and only 1 strike. Hall in on relief, trying to preserve a 3-run lead. As the 3-1 pitch off the plate outside. Consecutive walks put runners at first and second, and the tying run comes to the plate. That's Brody Ellsworth. As the runner for the pitcher is coming over, and it'll be Grayson Kenslick. Brody Ellsworth right now with an opportunity. He struck out to end the 4th. He walked and scored in the 3rd. That started one of 2 out rallies for the Yellow Jackets. Right now trailing 3. Blue Ridge has scored the last 5 runs. As Hall in relief takes a look at second and misses downstairs. He's now thrown 14 pitches. And just 1 strike. Correction, that is his 10th pitch. And just 1 strike. This is 11th pitch and just 1 strike. He's walked runners to first and second. There's 1 out. The top of the order, now the meat of the order coming up for the Jackets, trailing 6-3. The 2-0. This is high. 3 balls and no strikes. The only strike thus far that Hall's been able to throw was a 3-0 pitch to Moore. He's over there at first. The tying runs at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And a 3-0 inside, ball 4. He's walked him full. So the tying run is aboard. Chavez goes out to talk to his pitcher. On the season, Hall, like Hatch, has only walked 6. That's according to Max Preps, which has been known to be incorrect, but that's what we got. Tying run is aboard after 3 consecutive walks. Thus far, only 1 strike has been thrown by Hall, who's on in relief for Hatch, who's over at short. First pitch is a called strike to Newcomb. Newcomb doubled down the left field line in the 3rd to score the last Blue Ridge run. Looking for another big knock here as his team's down 3. 0-1 is here's the first time Hall's been able to work ahead. He swings at the pitch and sends it wrong way to the right side and will fall safely foul. No balls and 2 strikes though. Got Carpenter on deck. If anybody is happy that Hatch is no longer in the ballgame, it's got to be him because he had a magnetism for that baseball that I don't think he would enjoy. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, but it's going to get away from Chavez, and now the runners are going to try to advance, and getting out of the baseline, Moore is going to be called out. So with first base occupied, Newcomb could not attempt to try to get over to first because at the time there's only one out, and that's going to complete the inning. Blue Ridge had the bases loaded, one out, against a pitcher who is really having a hard time finding the strike zone, but he's able to find it just in the nick of time. Newcomb strikes out, and then attempting to score on the passed ball, Moore is tagged out 2 unassisted. The score remains 6-3. We're going into the 7th. Sholo has the lead and is now 1 inning away from getting a region championship. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of
in the Blue Ridge bullpen as the 3-0 pitch is a curveball called strike 1. 6-3, Sholo leading. Scored the last 5 runs. Blue Ridge had an opportunity after the bases were walked full, but then tried to score on a passed ball as this one is fouled off to the left side. It's Mountain Mobile Autoglass foul ball. Makes the count full after Edgington was down 3-0. Trying to preserve a 3-run deficit. The pitch sent to the left side and past the diving Bolton into left field. Chavez makes a hard turn. He's looking for 2. And he's diving safely. Leadoff double for the Cougars. And that might be it for Edgington. Everybody's coming in, including Carpenter over at first. And he's handing off. We're going to have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who's this and make sure everything's official right after this. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
Leadoff double, and now Carpenter has gone over to pitch. Edgington has replaced him at first. 6-3, Sholo now 1 inning away from completing a region championship, number 6 in the 3A rankings. As we had a question, and just to complete that one a couple innings ago, Connor Hart from Tonopah Valley hit 600. The only 3A East players that are in the conference leaders in batting average is Ches Massey. Actually, he's the only one from Alchese. He's hitting 554. As that pitch bends away and outside off the plate to Bigos. He's one of the region's leaders, hitting over 500. As the 1-0 pitch is on the inside corner. Another breaking ball from Carpenter for strike one. 6-3. Trying to pitch around a leadoff double while also preserving a 3-run deficit to give the offense a chance in the bottom half of the 7th. As Carpenter goes to second and throws that one right over the diving Chavez. Carpenter with a 7.16 ERA. Kicks and deals a 1-1 off the end of the bat. Mountain Mobile Glass foul ball to the right side. Make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Making his 7th appearance as the 1-2 is way outside. 14 2/3 of an inning. And has struck out 19, so the stuff is there. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Chopped over the mound. Tough plays in on it is Ellsworth. He throws it on the move, but not in time. Now throwing back to try to catch a napping Chavez, but he's quickly on the bag at third. And there's runners in the corners, nobody out. That was a tough play that Ellsworth did a great job to make close. Base hit to shortstop there for Bigos. And here's Alexander. He had an RBI single in the second. That scored the first run. Sholo wouldn't score again until the 5th inning, but since the Cougars have scored the last 5. Opportunity here with nobody out in the 7th. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Alexander in relief for Edgington, who's over at first. And the first pitch misses low. 6-3, Sholo leading. Yellow Jackets trying to preserve the deficit, give the offense a chance, and then play for a region championship on Friday. These two teams will meet again. 1-0 as Alexander turns at the waist to check the runner. He's going. Throw over to third instead. Chavez is back safely. So now 2 runners in scoring position after the stolen base. Newcomb without hesitation going to third in the 1st and 3rd situation. 2 balls and no strikes to Alexander. He's got the open stance hitting from the right side. As this one's on the outside corner for strike 1. Came up and hit after Chavez started the 2nd with a double. And he sent that one, a chopper over to 3rd. That looked like it caught a rock or something. Prevented Bolton from getting that one as a breaking ball is over the plate for strike 2. Otherwise, he roped one into left field. It was ultimately thrown out 1-6 over at second. The 2-2 fights it off and sends it fair down the left field line. 1 run's already across and scoring. Bigos is now following in suit as over to second with a 2-run double is Carter Alexander. Alexander making a case to become the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store Player of the Game. Got the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Located north or south of Pine Top on Highway 260, right hand side of the road just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. First 3 are aboard here, 8-3 in the 7th. Sholo has now scored the last 7 as the first pitch to Kenny is fouled off. Kenny was playing shortstop, but Hatch had given way. So right now, I think Kenny is the DH. Sends this one to the left side. Gloved on the left with Ellsworth as he cannot complete the play and throw. That should be E6, as now the first 4 have been able to get aboard. Just could not transition from glove to hand. His approach was correct. Allows Alexander to advance to third. Last time the Cougars were in this first and third situation, they were running early from first. See what Kenny has in mind as he's going. First pitch is not handled behind the plate, was missing low. So now runners at second and third again. Last time the Cougars were in this situation. Got a 2-run double. Erickson and then the very dangerous Watkins waiting on decks. This one swung on and lifted into left center field. Ranging left, Begay is underneath it. He's got the catch. Going to throw this one to third where nobody's tagging up, but scoring on the tag is Alexander. 3 runs come across here. There's the first out in the 7th inning. It's 9-3. Cougars have the lead after Erickson's sac fly to left. So Watkins comes up. He's the other player that's saying, hey, don't forget about me in your Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store player of the game situation. His team's leading 6. No, hold on a minute. They're going to take a quick query about whether or not Alexander left early, and the umpires say no, sir. So Carpenter's got 1 away. He's still got a runner in scoring position. As there's a breaking pitch for strike 1. Watkins got the hitting started in the third after his team fell down 2-1, but ultimately was thrown out on a force out. Going to throw over to second, but diving back safely is Kenny. He got the scoring started in the 5th inning. 1 out double. Eventually came around and scored on Easton Hatch's 2-run single. That tied it at 3. The 0-1. Chases one low and away. 0-2 now to Watkins, who in the 6th inning came up after Alexander had started with a single. He eventually would be thrown out. Then Kenny struck out, but Erickson got aboard on a fielder's choice, and he had an RBI single to put Sholo ahead, and that's where they've remained as this one is inside. It's going to again get away from Newcomb and allow for Alexander to take third. Sounds like Newcomb's been having a little bit of a tough time here in the 7th, but Carpenter hasn't been helping his catcher out a lot. A lot of stuff getting dirty. He's had to really try to keep it in front. There's now a 1-2 pitch is on the way. Sends this one high and deep to center field as that is not going to be hauled in by Ashcraft. Is now drifting off of third. I think that Alexander thought that there were 2 outs, is now running all the way around, never hesitating was Watkins as he winds up with a triple. But we got to see this replay. Again, I mentioned how dark the outfield is. Let's take a look to see if that might have made it a little bit difficult for Ashcraft in center. He just went too far back. I think that's the E8. But it makes it 10-3. Had Ashcraft been able to haul that one in, they would have had a chance to end the inning with a double play because Kenny was drifting so far off third. I'm going to score that a 3-base error, but that could go either way. Here's the top of the order. 6 have come up here for Sholo as it's taken a 10-3 lead. 4 of the 6 have scored as the 1-0 misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The Yellow Jackets were hopeful to try and maintain a 3-run deficit. Instead, now got all sorts of heavy lifting waiting for him in the bottom of the 7th as that one misses off the plate outside. Hall, indeed, has come on to pitch as he's ahead 3-0. Feels like a really long time ago that he had walked the bases full, had the tying runs on base in the bottom of the 6th before a very peculiar double play ended the 6th inning for the Yellow Jackets. That's a called strike. After throwing just 1 strike to 3 batters, He was able to get a strikeout on a passed ball. Now trying to extend the inning. Infield's in as the 3-1 is off the plate outside. Ten to 3. Sholo leading in the top of the 7th. There's still just one out. Middle infield goes back to double play depth. Easton Hatch, who's going to be tough to double up. He's got 3 hits. He also in contention for the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store Player of the Game. He had a base hit in the 3rd, a 2-run single in the 5th, and an RBI single in the 6th. 3 for 4, 3 ribbies, as that one misses outside, this time thrown again to 3rd after the runner breaks from 1st. Everybody's safe. 2 runners in scoring position for Hatch. The 1-0. Good cut there from Hatch. Fouls it back to the screen, 1-1. Teams are going to meet again on Friday. Right now it looks as if that one's just going to be all about the power rankings. It's the 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2. 2 on, 1 out. Infield again in at every position, trying to cut down the run at the plate. The 1-2. Lifted foul to the left. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Keep it at a ball and 2 strikes. Looking ahead to the Blue Ridge half of the 7th, it's going to be Carpenter, Ashcraft, and Baskins. 5, 6, 7. 1-2. Wanted to chase that breaking ball, but Hatch is able to keep the hands back. He's up there as the 8th Cougar to hit in the 7th inning. Still just 1 out. The 2-2. Downstairs. Count now goes full after Carpenter was ahead 1-2. First base is open. Walking in him here wouldn't be devastating. As a curveball is off the plate inside. So that would allow for the middle infield to go back into double play depth, but let's see if there's a new pitcher first, as there's a conversation coming out of the Yellow Jacket dugout. Bases are full. This inning started with Edgington. He gave up a leadoff double to Dre Chavez, who's now in the on-deck circle. Carpenter came in, gave up a base hit double, had a ground ball to the left side, but Kenny couldn't hang on there. Ellsworth couldn't hang on. That was E6. Erickson had a sac fly. That's the only out thus far. Then what I ruled as an error in center field from Watkins, who had sent a line drive with topspin tumbling down. That wound up scoring another run. He's still over there at 3rd after consecutive walks, and we do have a new pitcher here for the Yellow Jackets. We will step away as he gets loose. 10-3, Sholo is now with a commanding lead here in the 7th. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
If you're a business owner fighting for new customers in today's competitive marketplace, you may want to consider this. One of the most cost-effective branding tools is your employees. When your team wears your logo, they become walking billboards for your business, building awareness, credibility, and trust everywhere they go. Allegra Sholo doesn't just put your logo on apparel. They help create branded gear your employees are proud to wear and your customers remember. Better brand, better results. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Hudson Moore is in on relief here. He inherits a bases-loaded situation, now trailing 7 with just 1 out. 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the left side as he is facing Perkins, who is the 9th Cougar to hit here in the 7th. That was a Mountain Mobile Autoglass foul ball. As Moore comes in with an 11.5 ERA, but just looking for a ground ball here as he's got that one missing low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Corners are in. Middle infield's trying to complete the inning with a double play ball, as had happened in the first. The 2-1, though, misses at the plate. 3 balls and a strike. After Edgington was cruising, he had the bases loaded in the 3rd, struck out Dre Chavez, who's on deck and who had started the 7th inning. Went through a stretch of 5 batters where he struck out 4. As this one swung on and lifted to center field. Ashcraft is back, and it's going to get over his head. Start the merry-go-round as 1 run's already across and scoring. 2nd, and now scoring from 1st is Hatch. And it's a 3-run double for Perkins and a 13-3 lead for Sholo. Last time we were on the air, we had that weird Sholo inning. Man, what happened? What inning was that? The 3rd inning? They sent like 24 batters to the plate. It's the first pitch now to Chavez, hitting for the 2nd time in the 7th. This one chopped back up the middle, and that's going to get into center field. And getting waved around and trying to score from 2nd on the base hit, and doing so successfully is Perkins. Everybody has scored here in the 7th inning except for Parker Erickson, who had an RBI fly ball. But this is starting to show all sorts of shades of that softball game between these two schools that we covered last week, where Sholo, I believe it was 24. I believe they hit 20, sent 24 to the plate, and wound up getting the last 2 outs recorded by seemingly intentionally leaving first base early as they're throwing it over to the plate. Edgington trying to act as if he did not pick it up off the deck. But nobody venturing off of first there, with Chavez remaining after his 2nd hit in the inning. 1-0 is a called strike on the outside corner. This top half of the 7th inning has now become eternal. The ball game was going and cruising. I think the first 6 innings were played in about an hour and a half. This has been 25 minutes as there's another throw over to first. 14-3, Sholo leading. Ball and a strike. 3rd pitcher here in the 7th for the Yellow Jackets. That misses low. Bigos had a base hit. He was the first Cougar to see somebody besides Edgington. The 1-1. Inside corner, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Moore delivers. Off speed and out of play. Foul to the right side. Mount Mobile out of glass. 1 on, 1 out. 8 runs across. As there's another throw over to first. Chavez remains. And now back in the box. 1-2 on the way to Bigos. Chops this one foul to the left. Mount Mobile Auto Glass and such. Get a lot of appreciation for this Sholo lineup. Edgington again, cruising into the fifth as this one misses downstairs, ball 2. After he struck out Erickson to start the fifth. Hold on, I'll get it for you here after the 2-2. This one off the end of the bat to the right side. Could be 2, but it's hanging up a little bit. Got the out of second, but no chance for a double play. Chavez out 4-6. Pigos aboard on a fielder's choice. After the strikeout, which was the 4th strikeout and 5 batters for Edgington. Got a double, a base hit, as there's a throw over to first. There's 3 hits and 2 runs. Base hit 4, base hit 5, as here's the first pitch. Lifted back at first. Edgington is back in underneath that one to retire the side. The point being, since that strikeout to start the 5th, the Sholo offense has awakened and is now leading 14-3. It's going to take a big comeback here for the Yellow Jackets, but they got 3 outs to work with. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk106.7.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Last chance here for the Yellow Jackets. They led for much of the ball game. It's just a 3-1 advantage, though. Blue Ridge has scored the last bunch. Now leads 14-3. It'll be Carpenter, Ashcraft, and Baskins. Hall came on in relief. Immediately walked the bases full, only threw 1 strike. But he was able to get Newcomb to chase a pitch that wound up getting away from Chavez behind the plate and trying to score from third on the pass ball. Moore runs into a double play to end the inning in threat. And that, in hindsight, may have been the move that opened the floodgates. So they got to score 11. What's important here for the Yellow Jacket hitters is to recognize that there are no 11-run homers. They got to get base runners. It'll start off here with Carpenter, who has 3 times been able to get aboard, but was hit by pitches and walks as the first one misses at the letters. 11-run lead alternatively for Hall, who was struggling with the strike zone. And you got to throw strikes. You got to make them hit their way aboard. And he's down. Oh, that one at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Hall came on after Hatch was able to work out all sorts of problems, put a couple of runners on with some walks and hit batsmen of his own as the 1-2 pitch is outside. So the Cougars have been able to navigate through some self-inflicted traffic. It's the 2-2. Lifted high at short. Hatch now toward the cut of the infield right in front of second base and has that one. And Blue Ridge is down to their final 2. Send up Cruz Ashcraft. He's 1 for 2. Fought off a pitch and was able to advance a runner in the second by dribbling it down the first baseline. Otherwise walked and has a base hit to left as the first pitch to him misses outside. These 2 teams are going to play again on Friday. But that seems as if it's going to occur with Sholo already Safely region champ is that one on the outside corner for strike one. 1-1. Over the belt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one. Called strike 2. Our next broadcast is going to be on Friday. Show Low softball is going to Winslow. Looking forward to having that with you. Brian Lang on the call. The 2-2. Another nice frame job there from Chavez. All wanted it. Oh. Love the greediness from pitchers, Dave. Love everything out of the hand. That's a called third strike. So down to the final out now. The Yellow Jackets trail 14-3. And here's Baskins. Baskins had a little bit of a rough day in center. Trying to get something started with 2 outs. The 3 runs that Brewers has scored have all come with 3. As Hall, the lefty, on in relief, looking to slam the door as he deals the first pitch way outside. The 1-0 skips at the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Right now, Sholo safely avoiding the play-in. As that one misses, 3 balls and no strikes. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. That was a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes after that was fouled away. Chavez wearing it. So the way that the playoffs work, just read this one from the AIA's website. 2 teams from each region are going to be guaranteed a spot, as right now everybody's giving Chavez a little bit of an opportunity to walk it off. 1 through 8, according to the AIA rankings powered by Max Preps, are going to be safely into the conference tournament. And then a play-in 9 through 24. The winners of that will make up the remainder of the 16-team tournament. So where do these teams stand? I know you're wondering. Sholo was 6. As here's a 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. And down go the Yellow Jackets, who came into this ball game 22, but they will probably get a boost from playing the number 6 team. As we'll start wrapping things up after this. 14-3 is the final. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
14-3 Sholo wins and wins the region. As we'll take a look here at the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Easton Hatch comes up in the 5th inning with his team down 3-1 and has a runners at first and second, and rips a base hit to left field that scores 2. That was when Begay was kind of held up there, indecisive about where to send it after he was able to glove it in left, and allowed for a second run to come home and score, or tied it at 3 at that point. Eventually, he would take the lead on a second base hit, Easton Hatch would. At that point, made it 4-3 as Sholo scores the last 11 runs. So take your pick. Both of those were huge. Those Deemer's glass shattering hits of the game. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. But the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store player of the game. Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store, the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear in the White Mountains, located south of Pine Top on Highway 260, right-hand side of the road just before you get to the Honda Casino. is going to be Peyton Watkins, hitting in the 9 hole, winds up going nearly 4 for 4, but his last hit was something tumbling and difficult to handle in center for Ashcroft. It could have been ruled a hit. Who knows? I had it as an error, but I would not be surprised if it was ruled a hit, especially in the Sholo books. So if that is the case, he winds up 4 for 4 with 2 extra base hits, an RBI, and 3 runs. And while the Cougars' high-powered offense was trying to find its footing, it was Watkins out of the 9 spot that was doing an awful lot to guarantee it. So he is the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store player of the game, the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear in the mountains. Located south of Pine Top on Highway 260, right-hand side of the road, just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. We're going to be back on the air with you on Friday as you got Sholo and Winslow softball. And we thank you for spending some of your Wednesday with us. I'm Derek Palmer, Mel West, Robin, and Michael. We'll be back with you soon.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067, KNKI Pine Top, and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.